Hello students, welcome to this video. My name is Dr. Helen Kende. This video is meant to support you to do task 1 on INDU 211, Introduction to Educational Research. Remember, as we said at the beginning, that the output for this particular course will be you developing a research project, which then you're going to upload into the Kusoma platform, which is going to be marked. So welcome, listen to the video and see whether you're able to follow the steps given to be able to come up with your own topic, problem statement, and objectives as required in task 1. Welcome. So the task is identifying a research topic, stating the problem and the objectives. For you to be able to come up with a topic, you need to think around and read widely about the specific and many education issues that we have in education. Key among the issues that you can think about is government funding for education, school safety, discipline, technology in education, assessment, class size, infrastructure, teachers' performance, student academic performance, and student mental health, among the very many issues that we have affecting education in our country today. However, for the purposes of this particular class, I want us to be specific and look at students' academic performance. We'll use it so that I can be able to show you how you come up with a topic, you do a problem statement, and then come up with research objectives. So the issue that we have picked for this particular assignment is student academic performance. And therefore, for you to be able to come up with a topic, you need to ask yourself where are we talking about student academic performance? What facts do you have to support that there is an issue with the student performance in subject X, Y, and Z? And here facts, I mean, you can think about subject mean grade for the last 5 years, because for you to be able to show performance, you need to show a trend, a span of time. And this case, I'm giving an example of 5 years between 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. And in this performance, we'll be using the mean grade. The mean grade of this particular subject, which I may assume is mathematics, against the county mean grade. So you can see in 2015, the mean grade was 30 compared to 46 for the county, meaning it was low. 2016, 40 against 57. 2017, 26 against 43, 2018, 36 against 52, and 2019, 32 against 53. This shows that the mean for 5 years was below the county mean, and that can tell you already there's a problem in the performance of that particular subject in that particular school, which I'm calling Fraha Secondary School. So now that you have seen that there is an issue in performance for the last 5 years, the other question that you need to ask yourself is, what contributes to low performance in this particular subject? So that then you are able to interrogate these particular factors to be able to explain what is causing this low performance persistently for the last 5 years. So as you can see, I'm saying that student academic performance in mathematics in Fraha Secondary School has several contributors. And the contributors can be sourced from, you review past studies that have been done in this particular area to be able to know what is it that really causes poor performance. You can get it from theory, You can get it from experience or other sources that you may come across even as you do your reading. Assuming that according to a source that you have read, remember we talked about review of literature, where you review to get information where other scholars have done something on that particular matter, in this case, student performance. Assuming a source that you have read has picked out some of these contributors like resources, student factors, teaching methods. And we select one, student factors. So you realize now we are able now to come up with a complete topic, which has the independent variable, the subject, and the location. So here the topic is going to be student factors and performance in mathematics in Fra Secondary School in Kenya. And you can begin to see where we are coming from. The issue that we picked, that is student academic performance. And then we looked at the trend for the first 5 years against the county mean. And we discovered that there is a problem in performance as indicated or as compared to the county mean, which we said was persistently low. And therefore we asked ourselves, what can explain that? What are the contributors? And we have seen you can get that from reviewing past studies, theory, theoretical framework, experiences, and others. And we've narrowed down to student factors, and that's now our topic is student factors and performance in mathematics in Fra Secondary School in Kenya. So now that we have a topic, we now go to the second section of the task. That is asking you to state the problem. And the problem in this case is the issue that you're investigating. And a well-stated problem statement has 3 parts. The first one is the induced situation. This is the norm. How are things are normally? And this deals with the dependent variable. Then you now come to the second part, the current situation. This is the reality on the ground. How are things in that selected locale, in this case, Furaha Secondary School? And this deals with the independent variable. Then that part is the consequences. If this study is not done, what happens? And this now brings the purpose of this particular study. So you can actually check whether you have a problem that is clear by evaluating against those 3 particular considerations. The induced situation, the current situation, and the consequences. When you have that, then your problem becomes clear. Okay, now that we have the three sections that we are considering when you're doing a problem statement, let us go specifically to each of the sections. And I want us to start with the ideal case. And then we are looking at our topic, student factors and performance in mathematics in Fra Secondary School in Kenya. And therefore, you need to ask yourself, what is your independent variable? And the independent variable here is the student factors. And the dependent variable is the performance in mathematics. So in the ideal case, which is part A of our problem statement, we are saying performance in mathematics contributes to career choice and placement, thus contributing to individual livelihoods and future growth. That is the ideal scenario. Then we come to our part B, where we are asking ourselves, what is the current situation? And here we are saying, however, in Fra Secondary School, there is persistence in low performance in mathematics, ranging at an average mean of 30 compared to the county mean of 50. So you realize the mean for this particular school is below the county mean. And this is now contributed by several determinants. And key among them we are saying is the student factors. And remember, the student factor in this case is our independent variable. Then part C, we now talk about the consequences. Remember the consequences we said? If this study is not done, what will happen? And here we are saying persistent low performance will result to lack of enthusiasm in learning, motivation, and career stagnation. And therefore, the standard that we are conceptualizing is aimed at determining the extent to which student factors contribute to low performance in mathematics in Furaha Secondary School. So you realize the three sections we have given an example: the new case, the current situation, and the consequences. And that is what is required of you in the second part of task 1, where you're expected to state the problem. So you can see from the slide that performance in mathematics it contributes to career choice and placement. Then part B is bringing about the student factors that are explaining the performance. And part C, we are saying what this study is coming to do, which then gives us the purpose of this particular study. Then the next section requires you to come up with objectives. So when we are setting the objectives for this particular study, we need to unpack our independent variable. And our independent variable in this case is student factors. And when we unpack, we are saying what aspects of student factors are we going to look at that will have an effect on student performance in mathematics. And the first one is self-motivation. Self-motivation. And the second one is the attitude. So self-motivation and attitude both will have an effect on how performance of mathematics is done in Furaha Secondary School. So then we are going to use now those two to state our objective. Remember, an objective guides the study. So an example of an objective here will be to determine how student self-motivation affects mathematics performance in Furaha Secondary School. And number 2, to establish how student attitudes affects mathematics performance in Furaha Secondary School. So you realize the two aspects, self-motivation and attitude, have originated from the independent variable, which is the student factors. And that is our last task in task 1, where you're supposed to come up with a topic, you state the problem, and you state 2 objectives that will help you to unravel that particular problem. I am hoping that this video will go a long way in supporting you, even as you come up with your own topic, which then you'll be expected to upload into the Kusoma platform. Thank you very much.